Guys, I tell you, this episode was amazing. Episode 3 of Season 2, or Chapter 11, entitled The Harris, directed by the BRYCE Dallas Howard. Last season, she had one of the best character-focused episodes, and this one was so much even better. I mean, it's so much better and even better, so it's so much even better. That doesn't even make sense. But that's how excited I am about this episode. Let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you something, brother. This was amazing. People thought last episode was a filler. I heard so many people, oh, it's just a filler episode. You guys are punching yourselves in the face. I think you guys watched this episode and knocked yourselves out. You just cocked a fist and punched yourself for sounding so stupid. You know, you wish you could take back those words now. Don't you wish? We learned so much in this episode. Why some Mandalorians take their helmets off and some don't. There's a certain special character from Clone Wars that debate used in this episode. I ain't gonna tell you who. Leave that for you to decide. But what I want you guys to do before I get into it is do the Baby Yoda magic hand thing.
Come on, baby. Do the magic hand thing.
Wave your hands. Click thumbs up on this video. Click subscribe if you like my reviews, and we'll get into it. Greetings, citizens of the galaxy. Welcome to Swordcode Gaming.
Welcome. I believe the Force has guided you to me.
Who we truly are is defined by our actions.
That episode was amazing. Amazing. If you guys thought Chapter 10, The Passenger, was a throwaway episode and it wouldn't pay off, I mean, the clues were in the trailer, and guess what happened? It paid off in a big way. We learned so much. We learned why Mandalorians before took off their helmet and why Din Djarin doesn't take off his helmet. We met pivotal characters like Bo-Katan Kryze, played by Katie Sackhoff. Also, I believe Katie Sackhoff did the voice for Bo-Katan Kryze in Clone Wars. We saw the remnants of DEATHWATCH and what they're up to. There's so many things that we saw in this episode. So, getting right into it, where they land on this planet, and we're crash landing on the planet. He goes to find more of his people after, dropping off the frog lady to her husband or eggs. Goes to this cantina which has a lot of Quarren and some Mon Cala. This one Quarren said, "Yeah, I could take you to somebody who could help you find more of your people." I mean, he didn't say it, but seeing the Mon Cala, we knew.
It's a trap.
And they throw the foundling, or the other foundling, the child, in a cage with this giant, looks like a kraken. Well, a smaller version of a kraken, really. It was about to eat it. Din Djarin goes, nope. He jumps in, and they trap him. And then they're trying to, kind of drown him and let the creature eat him. So he gets saved by DEATHWATCH, led by, the remnants of DEATHWATCH, led by Bo-Katan Kryze. They kill all the Quarrens, and then they save the child. Then they take off their helmets, and he's like, wait, what? You guys are, I've seen this before. Like we saw in the Marshal. You guys are Mandalorian. Where'd you get that armor? And he's like, calm down. I'm Bo-Katan. I'm the last of my line. Born on Mandalorian. Mandalorian all the way, baby. We know from the Clone Wars, she's Mandalorian. And we find out the reason why he doesn't take off his helmet is because he's a part of this rogue cult called the Children of the Watch that split off from Mandalore. So now we have the answer to why Din Djarin and his clan did not take off their helmets and other Mandalorians did. It's normal for Mandalorians to take off their helmets. It is not normal for them not to. And think about this. Remember we saw in Season 1 chanting, this is the way, this is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
If you go back and you think, it sounds like they're in a cult. They're fervor, like a cult worship of Mandalorian ideals. And also it's apparent in the way he speaks. I've been quested instead of I've been tasked. He comes face to face with this reality, this idea that he believed in, and the path of the armor, the way that she taught him as he was a foundling, and that he was truly Mandalorian in culture and ideal in his clan, only to find out that everything he learned was a result of being in a cult, the Children of the Watch. So he jettisons away using the way of the Phoenix, the jetpack, and he goes for a walk with the child. And LaQuarin's brother, who tried to pretty much kill him and take his Beskar, says, well, you killed my brother, I'm going to kill you. And he's surrounded, and he has a child. The child doesn't have its, I guess, Beskar proof, waterproof carriage anymore, blast proof. He's just holding the child, so he's kind of, you could probably take him, but there's a chance the child might get injured. So he's kind of looking like, damn, it's a lot of them. And so all of a sudden, same DEATHWATCH, Bo-Katan and her two of the Mandalorians, one played by Sasha Banks, they jettisoned down, and they said, Bo-Katan goes, he didn't kill your brother, I did. And she, like a Katie Sackhoff usually plays a badass, they all shoot up everybody there. So let me buy you a drink, and they explain to him what happened. So you have, they're sitting in a cantina, and he explains, like, I was looking for other Mandalorians, you could help me get this child to the Jedi. She goes, what do you know about the Jedi? Nothing. That's why I thought that you guys would help me based off of Creed. And he's like, okay, I'll help you, but you need to help us. And sure enough, it's something that we all thought. Bo-Katan Kryze lets the Mandalorian know, like, hey, look, I need help trying to get these arms, because she's trying to build up Mandalore. And he says, you help me, I'll help you. So getting together, making a plan for a heist. So we have a little bit of a heist feel, which reminded me a little bit of Solo, a Star Wars story. A little bit of that. They decide they're going to jack this freighter, and they do. And we see a little bit more, and we find out that originally the Mandalorian was supposed to help Bo-Katan Kryze get the weapons, and they were going to leave. Bo-Katan says, we're taking the whole freighter. He's like, wait, I didn't sign up for this. I got to go back to the child. That is what I've been quested to do. And she literally looks him in the eye, man. And that's awesome. It's a testament to how badass Katie Sackhoff is. She looks like she comes off as a badass all the time. She looks him right in the eye and goes, if you want me to help to find the Jedi, this is the way. And just walks off. And like the other two Mandalorians just walk by, just giving them stares like, well, I mean, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You want to help? You gotta help. So after that, they take the weapons. We get an appearance by Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon's quickly becoming this season's like Vader, or like mixed with Tarkin, that like real imposing figure. He appears, he's like, so are these the same pirates? And he says it with a certain tone, which he knows they're not pirates. Moff Gideon is not an idiot. Yeah, these same pirates have been stealing from your hull freighters? Like, yeah, it's the same pirates. The guy goes, I guess the commander in charge of that freighter, the captain. Well, since I was like, how far have they gotten? They're in the cargo control room. If they've gotten that far, I believe it's out of my hands. And letting them know that no help could be sent, so you know what to do. And if any of you guys have read or listened to, I guess, any Imperial stories, mostly what comes to mind to my mind is Lost Stars. When a ship is being overtaken, Imperials are taught to go down with the ship. Even if you play SWTOR, if you guys remember Knights of the Fallen Empire, the first chapter, when your character and Darth Maul are trying to fight off the attack of the Eternal Empire, you have a choice. Use it to ram or get off safely. If you're an Imperial, you're supposed to take that ship and try to ram it and take out as much people as possible. That is just the imp thing to do. So he kills the pilot and the co-pilot and the captain, and starts trying to ram it right into the surface to take out all the people inside and make sure they don't get anything. And luckily, Bo-Katan Kryze, Din Djarin, and her the rest of the other two Mandalorians, one played by Sasha Banks, another played by this, I believe it's somebody I believe I've seen before. I don't remember the other actor's name is, but they end up getting it. And Bo-Katan lets her know where Ahsoka is. But him coming back to the port with the child, and he sees his ship, and his ship is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The ship is like taped together. He looked at Mon Calamari. He's like, "I'll give you 1,000 credits. It's the best you can do." And we know, who knows Star Wars, know about Mon Calamari engineering. It's supposed to be the best ships. I mean, the Resistance and the Rebellion wouldn't survive without that. I mean, they supposed to have the best shipyards, yet this ain't Mon Cala. Even though if you see a Mon Calamari and you see water, this ain't Mon Cala. And on top of that, it just looks so funny. I had made a comment before, and you guys can go back and check. I believe in a review of episode 2 of season 2, or chapter 10, The Passenger, where this ship was going to be the Millennium Falcon of this series, the hunk of junk that, you know, that keeps going. It's being taped together and ridiculously beat up, but that this is going to be the ship. And I mean, if you looked inside, things were held together by strings. It looked even more beat up than the Millennium Falcon, but it was funny. I kind of laughed out loud when I saw that. Now, here's some things to think about at the end of this review. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Like I said before, thumbs up on the video. You do the magic hand thing, you know, like Carl Weathers said. Grief Karga, come on, do the magic hand thing. Click subscribe, click a thumb up on this video. Helps me continue doing these reviews. I mean, I love this series. I love Star Wars, and I would love to continue doing these for you guys. And let me know what you think. But here's some questions to think about going forward. One, all right now his mission was to return the child. He's not even his mission, his quest, because he's been quested, as he said over and over again, to bring the child to either his people or the Jedi. Technically, Ahsoka is not a Jedi. She used to be, so she's not like she has contact with the Jedi orders. Here's another thing. A lot of Jedi went into hiding after Order 66. A lot were killed after the Jedi Purge. We don't know who's left. There's no official Jedi Order yet. Luke Skywalker hasn't started his school yet. So I'm wondering if we'll get like a holo appearance by Luke, or I don't even know if Ahsoka knows about Luke. She would have to know about Luke. Now, here's another thing. Bo-Katan, after Rebels, went with Bo-Katan and Ahsoka went to go find Ezra. What has she been doing? Will we get any of those questions? Who knows? We may not. Depending how good this episode, dude, how many views and how people get excited over this, you might be able to get an Ahsoka spinoff. I mean, right now, they're killing it with episodic television. And I think right now, during the pandemic, this is the way. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. And we'll ride on to the next one, alright? This is Man and Consultor Gaming. Thank you guys very much for constantly keeping up and listening to these reviews. I enjoy doing them. You know what I mean? Just do me a favor. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and I'll get back to you and we'll have conversations about it. This is really a good series. Be patient with every episode, man. There's things in there that every time you go back, it's like another thing that you find. You guys, you have other channels like Looper and everything that find all the Easter eggs. And me, sometimes I go back and see them. But I can tell you this, man. I can't wait to go back and watch this whole season together and watch season 1, then season 2 connected. You gotta imagine how great this will be. So, until next one, may the force of your will further your destiny. Always.